Okay, so last week we have already learned about how to create a script file, and we learned about 3 types of input. That's was our assignment also. We learned about how to write the input using 3 methods. The first method is what we do is the variable is defined and assigned value in the script file. Second method, the variable is defined and assigned value in the command window. Remember, we have 2 windows. We have editor window, which represent the script file, and we also have the command window. The third method is the interactive method, where the variable is defined in the script file and a specific value is entered in the command window when the script file is executed. So if we just read, we might not be able to imagine it, but if you already did your assignment, I guess you understand what I mean. Okay. So this is the method, the first method, where the variable is defined and assigned everything in the script file. So here we can see all this information is in the script file. That's why there is no prompt symbol at the left side. Then, okay, so the bottom is the command window, what will come out lah. If we call upon the script, here the script name is saved as average marks underscore script. So when we call upon this script, then it come out directly what is the average mark. Only what we want to display lah. In this case, we want to display only the marks. That's why for the assign 1, assign 2, assign 3, we put the semicolon not to display them. Then we have the second method, where the calculation is written in the script file. Here we have average marks is equals to assignment 1 plus assignment 2 plus assignment 3 divided by 3. Then you save the script as average mark script 2 as representing the second method lah. Then when in the command window at the bottom here, you can see we defined the value. So here we defined assignment 1 as 78, assignment 2 as 91, and assignment 3 as 65. Note here that we need to know the name of the variables in order for us to use this script. Then only we call the script, which is called evermark script 2. So it gives the mean value lah of the 3 assignment. Okay. Then the last one. This is the interactive method. So here, we will have to use this input command by writing the variable name, variable underscore name is equals to input, and then we write anything that we want. So we can change the variable name to a meaningful name lah. The important thing is the word input. That is the command to put whatever we write as a text here as an input. Okay, let's see. So here is what we will write in the script file in the editor window. So we will write assignment 1. Assign 1 is equals to input. Enter the marks for assignment 1, which means that when we call upon the script file, this sentence enter the marks for assignment 1 will appear, and whatever number you key in will be treated as the input for assignment 1. And then for once we key in the first one, it will appear for the second row lah, assign 2, enter the marks for assignment 2, and so on. Once you include all the 3 assignment marks, it will calculate the average marks using the calculation here, which means the summation of the 3 assignment divided by 3. Then we have in the command window, last time I already showed you, when we call upon the script, we write the name of the script, evermark script 3. Automatically, the sentence enter the marks for assignment 1 appear. We key in 76. Then appear second sentence, enter the marks for assignment 2. We key in 95. Come out, enter the marks for assignment 3. We key in 66. And then appear the average mark, which is 79. So these are the 3 methods lah for input. Okay. I think I did not give you this exercise right instead. I give you in form of assignment. Okay, so this is the answer lah. Write a simple program for conversion of temperature in Celsius to Kelvin in script file and use the input method 1 and input method 3. This is just to show you what calculation involved. But method 1 and method 3 will be different since method 3 is interactive, right? Okay, and then I also give you this exercise. I think some of you haven't submit yet, so I didn't show this one lah. Okay, so just now was the input, 3 methods. Now let's see about script output. So when using output, we have 2 methods. Either we use DISP command, a command named DISP representing display, or second method is fprintf command. So both are used to display the output. Either DISP command or fprintf command. Both can be used lah, but the function is slightly different. So for display command is the simplest form of output. So we use this display command to display text and the elements of variable without displaying the name of the variable. Let's say you want to display like just now assigned 3. So the name is incomplete, right? So instead of writing assigned 3, you use this function, DISP command function, to display a text instead. So here, DISP, name of variable, it depends lah, what is your variable. Or DISP, text as string, which means you write the text. For example, display average mark. You write the word average mark. So instead of the name of the function, it will write display average mark. Okay, so this is some of the example. You'll see above here, so here is what we did last week for the input. We have here assign 1 is equals to input, enter the marks for assignment 1, assign 2 input, enter the marks for assignment 2, assign 3 input, enter the marks for assignment 3, and then we give the calculation. So remember, this is the input for method 3. And then to display it, the output, we just add the bottom one, which we use the command display, DISP, and then we have just only a symbol here and then space, that would mean a line. And then display, the average marks of the assignment is dot dot, and then display this one. Lastly, it will display the average mark. Let's see what happened.
Doctor, the line means space, is it?
Like this, I will show to you. I cannot see my computer. Whoa, I think my computer hang lah pula. Okay, dah, selamat. Kita tengok macam ni. Hari tu saya guna laptop, so all the mark is not here, but it's okay. We just simply make a new one. Sorry. You see my screen, right? You can see what I'm doing with the MATLAB, right? Okay, remember last week, we learned how to add up all of this. That is for the third method. We did up till this, but we don't have semicolon because, let me just save this as, let's say AM. Ever. average marks. Average mark. Okay, let's say last time you only learn up until this because we want the input only. We learn how to use the input. Or let's see. Okay, and then average mark. Let's say I call upon this script file. Then they ask us to give some mark. 80, 90, 70. Then it will come out ever marks equals to 80 here. But ever marks is not a correct sentence, right? It's just a function that we have created. In terms of language, it doesn't have meaning. So what we do, that's why we want to learn about how to write the output. So what we did, we use the command disp, which means display lah. Then we open bracket, comma above, and the space, which we use only by the keyboard. And then close. So here we don't want them to show ever marks as the sentence. That's why we add a semicolon here. Then we want it to display a logical sentence. So we add up some sentence here. For example, we said the average marks for the free assignment is like that. So this is more logical. So when we read, we understand, this is what we are programming. And then we write disp, which is the command. And just we want to add some space, some line. So we add up space. And then, so notice here, if display, we don't have to add semicolon. Why? Because we want it to be displayed lah. Just a space has to be displayed. The sentence, the average marks for the 3 assignment is no semicolon here because we want to show. Okay, lastly, we want it to show the result, the output. So we write here disp. So here, no need to write this one. Instead, we directly add ever marks. It refers to this equation lah. So what will happen? Let's say we call again. Let's say first, I call again average mark, and then I key in the mark 80, 90, 65, let's say. So this time, rather than saying ever marks like this, it come out more logical sentence that we have written lah. The average marks for this, for the 3 assignment is the amount calculated. Okay, so that's why we want to use this output function. So that's the first one. It's the simplest one. Basically, we usually use it for text lah. Okay, another one. This one is the display. Okay, this is the example just now. What will come out in the command window? Command window is the window at the bottom. Okay, this is some example lah. How do we write the same method to so that this thing come out? So it's actually the same step where at first we have to define the variables, then only we write display, etc. here, which means, for example, here just I want to show to you like a second repetition of what we have done lah. Let's say we have another script. Okay. Let's say this script is to convert temperature from Celsius to Kelvin, for example. Then we define, for example, we want to use method 3. Then we said TC is equals to input, enter temperature in degrees Celsius. space. Okay. And then we want it, okay, we define what is TK, which is temperature in Kelvin. So it's simply TC plus 273.5. And then we don't want it to display TK. Instead, we want it to display, first we want it to have a line. Then display the temperature in Kelvin is, then we want another row just to differentiate the answer and the sentence. Then we display our equation here, which is TK lah. Okay, I'll save this as temperature conversion. Okay, temperature conversion. Temperature conversion. Okay, save. Let's clear this. Okay, I will recall this file. Temp converted. And it will ask us to enter the temperature in degrees Celsius. Let's say we ask for 25 degrees C. So it will add up lah. 25 plus 273.15 is equals to 298.15. So it come out this sentence lah, the one that we have set to display. The temperature in Kelvin is the value. So this is just the same method, just I show in two examples. One is in average mark, this part. Another is in this temperature conversion, where in this case we use input method 3, where we input the variables in the command window, but the calculation is made in the script file. The output is made using the display command. Okay, next. So this is the one that I meant. We want to add a line here. Then this is the sentence, the temperature in Kelvin is. Then we display the variables that we want to search for. That's how we get this one lah. Okay, this is still an example where we use the same command, which is the ISP command. Let's say we want to show a table. So how do we create this table?
Doctor,
First, yeah.
for the display, the temperature in Kelvin taken below the sentence kan. How to do if we want beside the sentence? Is it possible that way?
Tak dengar lah. So
For
what?
the previous example, the temperature in Kelvin is, and then the answer comes below, right? What if we want it to be displayed beside the sentence? Is
Oh,
it possible?
it's possible. Let me just edit. And then we have here. Oh, but that one, I'm worried you'll get confused. I will show it to you just after several slides after this.
Okay, doctor.
So we'll hold on first. I will show to you how to write even the value inside the sentence. Okay. So here, for making the table, we are not going to draw a table inside the MATLAB lah. Instead, we just use the display command. So we have here display, just one line, an empty line. Then and here we have the second line, display. Then we just write the dash. Then we write display We write TK1, TK2, TK3, display again a lot of dash, and display the equation TK. So that's how we can get this command window lah. It will come out like this. Let me just give you an example. So it is as if we are creating a table, but we didn't draw a table inside this MATLAB. Creating table. Let's say we define it as just simply T is equals to 1, 2, this is too short, 273.15. Macam lah. It's T, and then we have T K is equals to T plus 273.5. Then we want to display a table. So we write display, just a line. Then display, just a dash. Display again. Say this one we just budget lah the size. Then we have TK. TK means temperature in terms of Kelvin lah. You can use other term too. I'm just giving some example to make you understand how we do. And then display. Let's say, okay, display TK. Let's save this file as table TK. Right. So we can call this as table TK. The name of the file. Wait, loading pula. See? This is how it will come out in the command window. By using the command display. So first, after we call upon this table TK, there will be an empty space, an empty line, and then a dash, because we write a dash here. And then all the things that we have written here, I write TK, TK2, TK3, including all the space. Then I write the dot. Then the number come up. So here I write T is equal to 25, 50, 75, which is the temperature in in degrees Celsius lah. And then TK in Kelvin. I just transform this T by adding 273.15. Then we get this table. So this is quite straightforward lah. We can make a table. We can also make only one number. So even more complex like this also we can add up just by adding more numbers lah and more matrices. What's important is, oops, sorry. So to get like this table and this table, we just have to ensure that the matrix covered all. So here, I only write one row matrix, right? You can see here. So T is only 1 times 3, the size. That means 1 row, 3 column. So if you want to display a table of 3 times 3, then you have to create such table lah. For example, here we have 25, 50, 75. Then there is another row, 100, 125, 150. Another row, 175, 200, 2 to 5. So it's like that. Save. Then we call upon table TK. So we get lah this table, 3 times 3 table, 3 row, 3 column. So it depends what you want to plot, what you want to tabulate. Okay. So let's do some exercise since it's very easy, right? Just to use the command display. Okay, now try to do exercise 2.3. So we have here, write a script file to calculate the body mass index of an individual given that the weight is in kilogram and height is in meters. Ask the user to enter his or her weight and height and display the BMI as follows. So here is the calculation for body mass index, which is BMI equals to weight in kilo over height square in meter cube. So you can write, and I will give you the Jamboard link. So we do directly now. Let's take short time only because we have 25 slides more. Let me give you the link. Jamboard. So I'll create a Jamboard file for you. So you directly do lah. Okay, I already give the link. You can enter the link, write your name, and you can screenshot your answer for both the script file and the command window. Let me just show you the equation again in case. Cannot call the file.
Yes, doctor.
Let me check. Your file. Okay, because of your name, there shouldn't be a space there. Oh, but last time you did display temp. Display.
Oh, okay, doctor. I try again.
Try to check your name. Best is have no space lah, because sometimes there will be some problem if you create a file having space. And try also to avoid the name of files that almost similar with the function available in MATLAB. Try to avoid those things. Let's see if anyone already add. Or let me just add here. This. Okay. Right, we have this equation.
Doctor, this is considered third method for what, doctor? The
Current thing that we are doing is we are learning first method for output. Display command is the first method for output.
okay, doctor.
This one, we have display command, we have fprintf command. So up till now, we just learned the display command, DISP. Twelve people only. Where's the others? We have 24 students. So others, please join too. And don't forget to write your name. This is considered as our in-class activities. And 13 student. The others pergi mana ni? 24. There's around 9 people who didn't join. So I will always check to submit the work lah. Let's see if anyone already done. Oh, then let me. Oops, someone is doing. Let me just share it for a while.
Doctor, can you
Yeah.
share the Jamboard link in our WhatsApp group because I cannot copy it.
Oh, really? Let me copy again. Okay. Oh, just now you have difficulty to enter because suddenly full 20. Let me share back the screen. Right, let's see if anyone already did. Those who are still doing, you can simply proceed and complete it lah. Let's see, second page none. Alright, Izzat Farhan already start. Okay, pasting his answer. We have here W, I assume it's weight lah, is equals to input. Please enter your weight in kilogram. Alright, that's great. H input, please enter your height. Then you have the equation. Display your BMI is, alright, that's square BMI. Then we have here, okay, the answer. That's correct, is that Farhan? That's right. Then we have, okay, Raihan is in process. We have Khairunisa, I'm sharing, okay, I'm sharing. And then here we have the weight, height, the calculation, body mass index is equals to weight over height to the power of 2. And then display your BMI. Then your body mass index, which is your the thing that you want to search for lah. That's correct. Atira is in process. Ain. Okay, the equation is correct. Basically, the thing that you need to be cautioned on is your equation also lah. Here we have Adriana in process. Ashwini also. Farah. Nurin. Ali. Oh, others is in process lah. Okay, you can complete while listening. I give you around 2 minutes more. The one that have done is Ain, equation correct. Nisa, Khairunisa, Nisa equation also correct. And Niza Farhan. Okay. So that's basically about the how to make the output lah. Right. I think I'll continue the presentation. All right, and maybe you can stop for a while and see the next presentation lah. You can complete till the end of this lesson. So display function is quite simple lah. The display command. Important is you write the word DISP, open space, and then inverted comma, you write your sentence, then close the inverted comma and the bracket, then it will be displayed. This is just a BMI indicator. So what you can do, you can still play around. What you do after displaying the BMI, you can also display whether it is classified under underweight, normal, overweight, or obese by using the function if and else if. Those I haven't shown yet, but I think you can explore lah. I will not show in this class. I think it takes more time. I'll show it after I teach chapter 3 and other chapter using the equation that we're going to learn. Okay, the second method for showing output is fprintf command. So fprintf command have more function. The first one is similar to the display function, which is to display text. You can display any text. Second is you want to display a mix of text and numerical data. So the number also, which means you include an equation. So you want to display both text and the data itself from the equation. Then the third one is to save output. to a file, which means you want to save something, your command, and then when you do some equation, it will appear in form of table. For example, you want to save in form of .txt, so you can save as another file lah. Okay, so first, to display as a text, you can use this function to display text by just writing fprintf. Okay, here. You can write here fprintf and then write your sentence. So text type in as a string. So anything like you can write. For example, here we have fprintf warning temperature achieve the maximum limit, fprintf hello world, or fprintf please insert your temperature or anything. So this is exactly as display command, DISP, right? Where you simply add some sentence and it will display all the sentence. Then second one is to display a text and a numerical data. So how do? You have to write fprintf, open bracket, inverted comma, your text, any text. Then when you want to include your numerical data, you have to start by adding percentage symbol. So when you add a percentage symbol, the MATLAB will understand that you are adding a data here, a numerical data here. So here we have a setting, percentage 3.2f. What does this mean? The 3 means the width of the number. Here you are write 3, which means you want it to have 3 number, for example. For example, 532. So that's 3 number. And then dot 2. So dot 2 means there are 2 decimal point you are interested in. And then the function lah. The function that you put. For example, below here we have evermax is equals to mean assign, which means the average of the 3 equation, assign 1, assign 2, assign 3, the average, just now we write as equation, right? A1 plus A2 plus A3 divided by 3 is the average marks. You can also use the mathematical equation lah, mean in bracket assign and then close the bracket. How do you use this mean function? You have to use the same name here for the variable, assign, assign, assign. And then you put the number inside the bracket. This is assign 1, assign 2, assign 3. So it will treat all assign as a group. So when you write here mean assigned, all of this assigned will be, the mean of them will be calculated lah to get the average marks. Then you write anything else after the numerical data. Maybe you want to write another sentence, for example. Then comma, the variable name. So variable name here, if below here, that's evermax lah. That's your variable. Then close the bracket. So here we have a sample of the script file. We can use the same file as previously. We have here assign 1 equals to input, enter the marks for assignment 1, and then so on lah, assignment 2, 3. Okay, and then we have here, if you see here, it's written here fprintf, and then we have like a symbol here and then n. So what will happen when we do like that? Let's just directly try lah. Let's use the same file like just now. We have here average marks, right? So instead of using the function display, we will use the function fprintf here. So I will delete this one. If display, we use this one, right? It's just space command. Now we'll remove this one. We'll add fprintf, open bracket, Then you write your text here. I have to write this one and then say the average mark for the 3 assignments are, you write percentage to show the numerical data, and then 3.2 F. The average mark for the 3 assignments are 3.2 F. Then we have able marks. Okay, I want to differentiate with this one lah, 3.2 and 5.2 because the number is a bit right. Okay, then I save. Now I'll call upon this script. I write it as average mark. Average mark. Okay, first I enter 75, 95, 88. So here, notice that there is no distance between here. Directly after enter the marks for assignment 88, assignment 3, 88, directly the sentence come out. The average mark for the 3 assignments are, and then we have the value. So since I set here 0.2, so it has only 2 decimal point. So if you change to 0.3, for example, then you call again. Let's say I put 90, 80, 85. So here there is 3 decimal point. Additionally, just now I told you there is this symbol. What does it mean? Now let's see what happened. Save, and then we call again the script. Okay, they ask for mark. We had 50, 60, 80. So here there is additional line. So this one, and the symbol means add line. So instead of just now we use display command, right? We have to write here open bracket and then we have space. So instead of like this, we simply use this symbol and also n to add new line. So it's shorter. So the instruction is shorter lah. Okay, so this is how we use the fprintf command to show both sentence and also the numerical data in one line. Okay, and then we have, so that's quite straightforward also. Okay, so this is the result lah for the example. Okay, so this is some exercise. Let me check the time first. 3. I think I will have enough time for the others maybe. Okay, use fprintf command to obtain the output as below. So I will show you at the same time. You can also do it yourself. So here we have the temperature in Kelvin is 298.15. Similar like the previous example, it's just that previously we used the command display, right? But then we want to use the fprintf command. So what do we do? Let's say this one. Okay, before this we use display. But if you want to use fprintf, it will be just the same. Fprintf, then open bracket, then you write your sentence. The temperature in Kelvin is, must start with the percentage. Then let's say 5 width, which means you want it to have 5 number, and then you want 2 decimal point. You call the function, and then your variable is tk. So we'll remove the display command, and then I'll save this. We're all in the command window. Alright, so this is the new script that I have written where I use fprintf command for the output. So let's try to call upon this script. Temp conf. This is the name of my file. So when I call the file, since I already write here, it will start with defining tc variable, where we want a sentence come out, enter temperature in degrees Celsius. Here, enter temperature in degrees Celsius, and then we enter 25, for example. The value will be treated as TC. Then TK is defined as TC plus 273.15. So we have 25 plus 273.15 is equals to 298.15 here. Since we already used the fprintf command as the output, we have here the temperature in Kelvin is the value, the numerical data lah. You can also add a line here or double line. So if we add double line here, we have, let's call upon. Okay, so here we add enter temperature in degrees Celsius. Let's write 35 instead. So the temperature in Kelvin is 308.15. Notice here it's not just additionally one line, but there are 2 lines because I write double N here. Here I write double N, so more space. So up to you lah how many lines you wish for. You can add in front, you can add at the back too, like this for
Doctor,
example. Yeah?
for the percentage 5.2, right? The
Okay.
2 is the decimal place. The 5 is,
The
doctor,
5 is the width of the data. So how many number you want. For example, you want to write here 298.15. So there is 5 number here. 29815. Let's say you have negative, that's already 6 number. We'll show you more after this. Before I forget, let me just show you. Sometimes I skip some of the information just in case there are some of the thing that you got curious of, right? I mean the command lah. So here, these are, here you can find, let me show you. Here lah. Okay, here, when you open MATLAB in this website, mathworks.com, which is the owner of the MATLAB lah. Then you open the help center after the support. You also can directly open from here lah. Home, and then click help. So it will come out like this. So come out help center. Then you click the function. Here is a list of command. This is the command that already inside MATLAB. So if you want to create a new function, a new command, for example, a variable, try to avoid a name that is similar with the command already inside MATLAB. So here, for example, we have ANS means most recent answer. CLC, the one that we always use, is to clear command window. Here we have format to display for the output display format. Remember, format long, format short. We have others too. So this is entering command. Hang pula. Below here, the one that you can see now, we have create and combine arrays. I think last time I showed to you zeros, 1. I have to move slowly, I think, because my computer start to hang. Here we have a lot. I don't know in total how many they have. So create grids. We learned last time linspace, log space. Aside from that, there are others. I just show you some of them only actually. We have here the one that we have learned. And this one we haven't learned yet. A colon, and or this one later we will use lah. So here there's a lot, right? So you can refer to this function button if you want to see more command that we haven't learned. Actually, now we haven't seen yet the function because all the equation that we use up until now is very simple equation. So after we learn chapter 3 and so on, that time we might need to use this more command. Here even to display history also is here, I think. If I move all, see, on my right side, there's a lot of functions in here. So you can slowly see, or you can just use you can just simply search, for example, history, command history. Last time you asked me how to open the command history window. You just type command history, then the window will come out in case you are interested to see your history lah. Okay. I think I was showing to you this one, right? Okay, so you can also add line after the sentence. You can add sentence after the numerical data. For example, just write anything. Okay, and then let's say we call upon it again. We have here 65. So we have the sentence before and then the value. Then we have whatever sentence after that. And then we have the space here. Since I add new line using that function lah. Okay, so that's how we use the fprintf. For adding sentence and also the numerical data. Okay. This one I already showed just now. So here is the similar thing. So you have the value. So this one, the end, representing new line. You have new line at the bottom too. If without the new line, there will be no line lah. Okay, so this is how to write the command. So we have fprintf, and then what will be your command inside, and then on the right is your list of variables. That will depend on your script file. What is the name of your variables lah? So your format string can contain message, which means like sentence, for example, and it can contain format specifiers based on your numerical data, kan? So you can use %E, %F, %I. What does it mean? So if you want the number in form of integer, so you use specifier I. So it will be in the form of integer lah, like 2, 6, 7. There is no decimal point. You can use F for the numbers with a decimal point. We call it fixed point or floating point. You can use the symbol E if you want it in the form of scientific notation. 2 times 10 to the power of minus 3, for example. And then that just now I showed to you end is line feet. Let's see here, for example, we have percentage. See, for example, come out the same thing. Lupa nasi. Suppose the same lah. 25. So here it will come out in the form of 2.9815 e to the power of 2, which means 10 to the power of 2 lah. E means 10 to the power of. So that's the standard method to write the mathematics. Okay, and then we have this is how we format it, but usually we will use F for several decimal point, like 2, 3 decimal point. It's readable compared to scientific notation, depending on your data also lah. Okay, this is again how to display numerical data. Just now we use fprintf to show sentence plus number. We can also remove the sentence. We don't want the sentence like the average marks for the assignment. We want to remove that sentence, and we want to only leave the numerical data. Also can, no problem. You just write fprintf, open bracket, inverted comma, directly write percentage. That represent the numerical data lah. Then, for example, here 10, which is the field width, and then 0.2, you want 2 decimal point, then you want F, which means fixed point or floating, you want with decimal points, and then we have here N, which is the line fit. We want to have an additional line. Then comma and TK. TK here is your variable lah just now, temperature in Kelvin. So if you write your variables is as something else like Kelvin directly, then you write lah the Kelvin. So is similar with previous one. Just this time we remove the sentence. There is no an average of we remove. Instead, we just want to show the number directly. Okay, so here is more explanation on what I have said just now. F is fixed point over 10 columns altogether, including the decimal point and a possible minus sign. And I said just now, 100.5. So when we say column, so those numbers are treated as column lah. 2 decimal places, spaces are filled in from the left if necessary, and then additionally there's information if in case you don't want any decimal places, you want an integer, you also still can use this dot, but you just add 0 as no decimal places lah. If you want to add 0 before the number, you can see here 0 before the number, we call it leading 0. So you can just add the number 0 before the number. Let me just show to you. What does it mean? So leading 0 is, for example, we have here, we're still going to use, we want to F. And then you want to add 0. Where will this 0 appear? Let's call upon it again. We all see. Okay, we call temp 1. Then they ask for enter the temperature in degrees Celsius, 25, for example. Oh, because I put 3 only the number. Let's say 2. 2 is smaller. Say call upon again. 5. See? So when I call upon 25, call upon the file, temperature conversion, they ask to enter temperature in degrees Celsius. That's what I have written here as an input. And then I write 25 degrees. See? The output would be line, the temperature is, and then our setting number. Here the temperature in Kelvin is, then the number. I write here 10. There should be 10 numbers, including the dot. So that's why the number become longer. And I add leading 0 there. So here that's why they have 0 here. And then the value lah 298.5 Kelvin, which is equals to 25 degrees C. So that's leading 0. There are some cases where you will be interested with this leading 0. Okay. All right. Now we do some exercise. Oosh. You can do while I'll show it to you. Up till now, do you have any question? All right. So this one is just a practice of how we make a table. Last time we already learned actually how to write one row numbers, and then this is a vertical number. This one is a table. I think last time we already learned, right? Let me just show to you again. I showed to you already. Let's say we have a table, and then we write. Last time I show you simple one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then we have, or maybe I'll just show directly to command window. So we have T is equals to on. Okay. Okay, then clear on. Oh, dah. Okay, let's see. I say A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we have a row. We can also transpose it to become like this. And if we want to make a table, we just write A, open a square bracket, and you write the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example. New row, you add semicolon, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like this, you get 2 times 5. 2 rows and 5 columns. This one we have learned during the first class, if I'm not mistaken. So the way we make it is similar lah. You can do the same thing. Either you write in command window, or you also can write in the script file. For example, we have like this table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yeah, if you just do like this, and then you save, say you write it as table example, save, clear data, and you call upon table example, it will write this one lah. So it's the same thing. Just now, we directly write in the command window. This time we save it as a script file called table experiment, TABLE-EXP. Then when you call upon the script, it will come out lah whatever's inside. Let's say you write this, for example, you have table equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you say X is equals to table times 2. Wait, times 2. So You want the output to be X rather than the table itself. Then I save. When we call upon the table, it will display X instead. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this one you already learned actually. And then this is more just like a revision lah. Okay, now the other function of fprintf. We have learned about how to write only text and then text plus number, and the third one was only number. Now how to save the output to a file, because we already have this file, right? For example, this one is display. We have this one, but we didn't save it as any text file, for example, but we are interested on making a text file. So how do we save as if we are doing save as? First, we have to write fid is equals to fopen. What we are doing here in step A, we are opening a file. And then we write any file name that we are interested in. Any file name, we rename the file. We name the file. And then we have to give a command permission. This is the first step. This way, we are creating the other file, not the MATLAB file, the text file, for example. Then second step, we write fprintf, fid, which is here defined. And then we write any text. We write percentage, which telling the MATLAB that we want the numerical data to appear here. And then it has negative value, 3 number, and then 2 decimal point in a fixed point or floating point. And then we write any additional text. Then we write the variable name that we have set. Then step 3, f close, fid, which means we already opened just now. And then fprintf, this command execute the how to say, the tabulation, and then we close back the file. So this is an example. So this script file convert miles per hour to kilometer per hour. So we are making a new MATLAB file to convert miles per hour to kilometer per hour. So we are going to use the fprintf command to create an output file lah. So the fprintf command is used to write output in a conversion table to a text file. We want to make .txt. Here, .txt. First, we define the variables. We have here vmph, one variables, is equals to 10, which means start the number with 10. Limit it up until 100 with an interval of 10, which means the number will be 10, 20, 30, up until 100. That is our first variable, vmph. Then we have vkmh, the velocity in terms of kilometer per hour. So it is correlated with vmph by vkmh is equals to vmph times 1.609. Then we don't want the output to appear. That's why we put semicolon here. But we want to tabulate vtable. That is a new variables, which is a combination of vmph and vkmh. Then the step that I showed just now. Here we have this first step, second step, third step. Opening file step, which is step A, and naming them. And then step 2 is the printing, displaying the output. Step 3 is closing back the file. So here we have opening the file. In this case, we name the file as mph to kilometer. Then we have here permission W. What does permission W means? You can open the MATLAB. I think I have listed Where was it? Okay, here. If you open the MATLAB Help Center, it listed here all the permission available. If you write R, the function is just for reading. But if you write W, it is used to open or create new file for writing and discard existing content. So we are going to use W lah. You can explore more to see other type of permission. We have here also W plus. Open or create new file for reading and writing, but will discard existing contents if any. So there are many more type of permission. So we're going to use W. So here here we have, this is the file name. This is the permission. We usually use W. And then this is the F print. So you can write anything that you want to display lah. In this case, imagine we want to make a table of velocity showing two types of velocity. One is in terms of miles per hour. Another is in terms of kilometer per hour. So we write there velocity conversion table. Then we want two lines after the sentence. Then we want the sentence, the words mile per hour. We want the words kilometer per hour. Then a new line. Then we want the numerical data. So we write percentage, 6 as the width, and then 2 decimal point. Then the function. Then we have two number here. One is referred to VMPH. One is referred to VKMH. Here we have VMPH and VKMH. Then a line. Then we have the function lah. So here, the variable name. So here we have VTable. VTable. And then F close, which means we close back the txt file created. So what will happen? Let's say I'll just copy. I open up new script. This time I want to write the name of the file as velocity mph to kilometer. So here we define already what is VMPH, starting with 10, ended up with 100. The interval is 10. And then we have here conversion to VKMH is VMPH times 1.609. So what will happen? We save this file first. Now let's save this file. As this is the script, right? Let's see. Dah ada perkataan. 2. Under testing 2. Okay, the file here is like this. Or see, wait, yeah. We are testing. Yeah, here. Okay, I did it already. Notice here. Okay, I think I forget to highlight to you. Let me rename this file as velocity mph to kilometer. This is the file name that I want, and I want it to be in txt file. Okay, see, I don't have that file yet in my current folder. This is whatever file that I have in my MATLAB current folder. So there is no velocity mph to kilometer yet. This one just now I did, but I forget to tell you. So this was VMPH to kilometer, right? Let me just redo. Let's say I recall it. See, because here we close it again, right? So we see nothing happen. So you just observe what happened to my current folder. Up until now is until here. So we are expecting there will be a file called velocity mph to kilometer. Now there is no such thing. V here is only velocity experiment, V mph to kilometer. So when I recall this script testing 2, now I enter. So the file is created here. We have velocity mph to km.txt. Now let's open the file. Here we have velocity mph to kilometer per hour. Then we have a table. So this is what the table look like. So see the script. The script here we have, let me show. Here we have FID velocity conversion table. This is what written. Then we want to have two lines here. So they are lined. First line, enter, and then second line. Then we want the sentence miles per hour and kilometer per hour. Here we have miles per hour and kilometer per hour. Then we want the numerical data. Here we have the numerical data lah, which is VMPH and VKMH, which we already combined as a table lah. So on the left side is the VMPH, starting from 10, ended up with 100 with an interval of 10. Then it is converted to VKMH by multiplying with 1.609. So we have a table like this. It is saved as a .txt file here. Okay, so this is how to save as an output of text output. You get a table like this. Okay, so that's about the output file. So we have 30 minutes left. We have to, instead of showing more exercise, I have to show you other information. Okay, which is the function files. Up until now, we learned about script files only. The similarities between script files and function files both use the editor window. The above here is editor window. Bottom here is command window. So making script file and also a function file will use the editor window lah. So script file is quite straightforward. Now let's learn about function file here. So function file serve an entirely different purpose from script file. So function files can accept input arguments from and return outputs to the script file command window, but variables created and manipulated within the function do not impact the script file or command window. Imagine like this. So why do we need this function file? Imagine we want to do a business where we want to make a coffee. So we want to make a coffee. The step to make coffee is always the same. You have to add coffee, you have to add sugar, you have to add hot water. And the amount of spoon for coffee, for sugar and water is always the same for 1 cup of coffee. So instead of giving the similar command every time, writing it in a command window, we can create that step as one function file. And then we just call upon that function file only. That will save our time lah for a more complex equation later. So once we create a function file, We just call the file later. Already all the equation is inside. But it will be slightly different from the script, where the variables inside the function file will not be displayed. I will show to you after this what does it mean. Okay, so here calling a function from a script. We have here a script. So inside a script, first we define the variables, define the inputs to the function and call the function. And we have the function. The function will accept the inputs, perform calculation in a local workspace, and send output to script. And then present result in the script, extra calculations, and plot or save files. So that's generally how function work. So function can run separately from the script. When the script call the function, then it works. Okay, let's see from example to make you understand lah. So for here, if you want to make a function file, when you add function file here, how do you create a function file? Up until now, we have command window, we have script file in the editor window. In order for us to add files, just close everything. In order for us to add script file, we simply just click add, right? Then we write lah whatever our script is. So for us to write a function file, we just click here, new. Then we add function or live function. For today, I will show to you function lah. Click function. Okay, what happened is when you click function, there is already a template on how to create a function, and it is still in the editor window. Same window with the script, but script will come out as a blank, and then you write everything that you want. But if you add as a function, there's already a template. So this is a standard template for making a function. You must write function, then you put your output argument. You can rename it, of course. Then you put, let's say you have more than one output argument. Output argument means what you want to appear. In this template, it shows that, example, you want two things to appear. Let's say acceleration, displacement, for example. Let's see here. The first output is acceleration. And then the second output that you want to display is displacement, for example. So here you put acceleration and also displacement. You have to define later lah your equation. Displacement. And then you have to write untitled 15 is the file name. Let's say you want to write the file name as calculation. Calculate them. And then you have to put your input argument and another input argument. If there is two input you require, let's say for example, the first one is velocity, and then second one is time, for example. Then you have to define it. For example, acceleration is displacement over time. This is just simply an example. Then you have this one example is velocity times time, for example. So it must end it with the word end. So that's how the function ends. Here you can write your explanation lah about this function. And then you can save this file by just Control C, and then automatically the word that you write as a title just now appear here. So you save lah. Here I write calculate them. Then calculate. Let's say, for example, we try to call this function. So we write here, calculate them. Oh yeah, the file name is calculate them. This one. This is what I write, the name of the function lah. So we call this function as calculate them, and then 2 input is required. Let's say the velocity is 10 and the time is 2. Displacement. Something error in calculate them, line 4. Let's just put something else. Velocity, speed, for example. Speed. And then we have here speed. Okay, let's call again. We need 3. Save. Calculate. So we call upon the function. We have here 50 and 2. Oh, directly answer 25. I think because I did not display them, acceleration and displacement, I think. That's why only one appear. Acceleration and displacement. There's supposed to be 2 here. Now it's appear only as acceleration only. Displacement. Apa yang tak tulis ni? Ke? Ni. I think because of this close, I put a semicolon. That's why it didn't appear. Acceleration and also displacement. So acceleration is speed over time. Here it's 50 divided by 2. You got the acceleration. And then displacement is velocity times time. 10 times 2. You got 20 lah. So that's how we write a function. So here we have, we must have the word function. We have the output, what we expect to come out. We have the function name and also the input argument, like the example just now. So this is an example of mathematical function that we can create. So here we have the word function. Then we want to find P using this equation. So P will be the output. We want the output to be P. Then we want to name the file as P ideal gas. Here we see the file name is P ideal gas.m, right? And then the input as T, temperature. So the function of this function is to calculate pressure using ideal gas law. PV is equals to nRT. Here we define N is equals to 1, R is equals to 8.314, and V is equals to 10 meter cube. We directly put into the P equation at the bottom here. And then we want to convert the value of T into Kelvin, which means later on we put the value maybe in degree C. Then we change this T into TK by adding it with 273.15. Then the P will be equals to 1 times 8.314 times TK over 10, considering the constant value lah. Then we end. So what will happen if we write like this? So here is the function. We must end it. This is example. Using this example lah, the ideal gas. We have here how to convert. This one is the example lah. We start with function and we end with the word end. if I do the same thing, what was it already? We just add new one function. Then we have, for example, P will be the output. And then we name it as P ideal gas. Okay, P ideal gas. And then the input is only one, which is temperature in degrees Celsius. And then we have here find P ideal gas. This information. So we have to first define TC. TK is equals to TC, the input that we give, plus 273.15, for example. Then we don't want it to be displayed. Instead, we want it to display P. From this calculation, here we have P is equals to 1 times 8.314. 1 times 8.314, which is the gas constant, times TK over 10, was it? Yeah, over 10. Those. Then we save the file. We have P ideal gas here. We save. Oh, I have to rename it as P ideal gas 2. Cannot save. Okay, P ideal gas 2. So we have second function. Let's call the function. P ideal gas 2. Then we put a value, let's say 25 degrees C, because in this equation we want the temperature is in degrees Celsius. So P ideal gas 2, 25 degrees C. Directly it find P. So we have here P is 247.8819 using this equation lah. We got the output. P is the output. P is defined as this equation. So it's directly related with TC. TC plus 273.15, you got TK, and P is related with TK through this equation. So if you call this function, you put the value as the input. This is the input, which is understood as TC. Then you got 247.8819 directly. So here, if you see the workspace, only the variable answer is here. When I write TC or TK, for example, this is because I opened the other thing, right, as the TK. Let's rename this as something else. T Kelvin, for example. And we have here Kelvin. Oh, I forgot to open chat. I'll save. I opened too much thing. Let me just close first. All right, save. Clear all. See. Okay, again I call T ideal gas to 25 degrees C. So it will give answer 247.8819. So in my workspace, there's only answer. Let's say I write T Kelvin here. Here we have a new variable, right? T Kelvin is equals to TC plus 273.15. So let's say I want to know how much is T Kelvin, not the P. What's inside it, which is T Kelvin. So here come out unrecognized function or variable T Kelvin. So even though there is a word T Kelvin here, when we call T Kelvin, it won't come out. Why? Because this is a function file. This is not a script file. If it's a script file, if we call, the value will come out. But when we use the function file. So whatever variables that you write inside the function will not appear. This will make your life easy when you have so many functions and you are using only the word A, B, C as the name of variable. You don't want a redundancy when you have, let's say, you have 10 functions here. All function you use A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C for creating the equation. So it will be fine because all the function is not related with each other. So even if you call A from the file, it won't appear. Like here I call T Kelvin, right? It come out unrecognized function or variable, even though it's here. So the good thing is function will help you use the name variable, the same variable name each time. So that's the benefit lah compared to the script. Okay, so here we have, 10 minutes only, oh my God. Right, so that's the function file. Okay, this is example. Let's see if I have something else to show. File. Oh, okay, we are safe. I thought I leave some information. Okay, let's say we have write. This is an example 2.5. Let me just check if someone write in chat. Oh, someone write in chat. Okay, write a function F to C, which means degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius to convert the temperature in degree Fahrenheit into Celsius. And then write a script file that will ask the user to insert a temperature in degree F and call the function F to C to convert the temperature into Celsius. So we have two things here. One is the function where we have to use the function command. And then we have a just standard script file to call, enter the temperature, for example. This is the equation lah at the bottom here. This is the equation to convert from Fahrenheit to degree C and also to convert degree C to Fahrenheit, just for your reference. So for the function is, I think just now I already show, but this one is function. We are creating function of Fahrenheit to degree C. So we know already the formula. We have Fahrenheit here, minus 32 times 5/9. We can get the degree C. But if you have degree C, you want to convert to Fahrenheit, simply degree C times 9/5 plus 32, you got Fahrenheit. So here, we create the function file by adding the word function and then write the output C is equals to F to C, the name of the file. You can write the name also. And then your input, which is F. And this file, this is the description. It convert degree F to degree C. Input F is degree F, Fahrenheit. Output will be C later on in degree C. And then you insert the equation lah. C is equals to 5 times F minus 32 over 9. So this is the function file. Let's say I show to you, I simply copy this one. We create a new file. So instead of adding the template, we know already how to write. So we simply write lah function. So even just by addition, if you know already the template, you can simply just click add and you write lah function C is equals to everything here. Then we save. Isnaya?
Just now, doctor just click the add file, right?
Yeah, so
So
I
how
didn't
to
save
know
yet, right?
whether it's script file or function file?
Actually, what happened is this is editor window, right? So an editor window can be used to create both script file and function file. So you simply add plus, then it will come out with an empty file here. If you didn't use the word function, it will be simply a script file. But to help people to make a function file, they simply add additional button, add the new button, and then you click function. The difference is when you click function, they will add a template for you. But if you already know how to make the function file, even using the empty space, you can create your own, like this function. It changed color already, right? Then you define lah. C is equals to, C will be your output, F to C. Then you input here, F. Oops. And then you have the equation. C is equals to, just now what's the equation? So you can actually make by scratch. And don't forget to write end to end the function. So you can make the function file by yourself as long as you use the template given lah. There must be the word function, there must be the word end, and then there must be output, input in bracket, and also the file name. So it must have these 5 information. That's why I make very simple. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Function, end, output, file name, and input. Then maybe you want to add description. For example, Fahrenheit to Celsius. Then you click save. Here, F2C, the one that you have written by yourself lah. You save. It is saved already. It will appear in your current folder. Then you call. Let's say you name it as F2C. Then you directly put the input. For example, it is 100. So you have included the input. You enter, it will give the answer, which is 37 degrees C. So as long as you use the function command, it will be treated as function lah. Where whatever term you use here will not come out. Like for example, C. So C, it will be treated as unrecognized function, even though here there is C as the output, but it won't understand. So here you can keep using the same variable ABC, ABC, ABC. So easy for you lah. Okay. Wait. So that is example if you want to convert F to C. So here all example is only simple equation. This is what I have done just now lah. It is in the editor window, we write the function file, and then the command window, we call upon F to C, let's say 80 Fahrenheit. Answer come out as 26.6667 degrees C. This is just another example lah. Fun exercise, you put an equation, the output will be Y. The name of the file is fun exercise. The input is X. And then X is related, the input is related to Y, the output, through this equation. Y is equals to 0.6 X cubed times exponential minus 0.47 times 8x plus 1.5 x squared times exponential minus 0.6 times x. So if you add 10 as the input, then you'll get the answer y as 5.8290. So this is how you apply the function lah. Okay, this is another example. This is just to show that Another interesting thing is in one function file, there can be more than one function, one connected function. So we have here at the top the primary function, and we also have subfunction. So because later on in chapter 3 and so on, we will see a more complex equation where we can actually divide that equation into smaller equations. So during that time, I'll show to you how to write it as a command. So this is some example where we find the velocity. This is another, this is the same thing lah. So we have here an explanation. We have here the word function. Okay, here we have the word function. To create the function file, we have the output VEND, we have the file name velocity exp, and here we want to put 4 input. We can put 4 input, and then we have here explanation where here we use Euler method, a type of method lah, to find bungee jumper velocity. Then we explain here what is the meaning of all input. Then we have the equation here. So here's some of the example. We have bisect, one of the thing that you will learn later. This is another thing. I didn't explain more because we haven't learned yet the chapter lah, Newton-Raphson method. Okay, so in summary, the difference between script and function, similarity is both are saved in .m. When we open, it is in editor window. For the difference, script file contain a sequence of MATLAB commands. Script file can use variables that have been defined in the workspace. So it's directly related to the workspace content lah. And then the variables are recognized in the command window. But on the other hand, for function, the first executable line is the function definition. The first line have to have the word function and then have the output equals to file name and input. It can accept data through input argument and output argument. The variables are local, which means when we call the variables in the command window, come out error lah. The name of function file should be the same name as function name. It can be called in the command window, script file, or another function. We can call in command window. We can also call in script file. Okay, I think that's all. It's already 4. Any question?
Doctor,
Yeah.
for test 1, right? Do we need to do the MATLAB?
No. Test 1 doesn't include that. This one only cover chapter 3 and chapter 1, 3, 4.
For test 1, chapter 1,
3 and
3,
4.
4.
We just double
Oh,
confirm.
okay, doctor. So that one will
Finish
be
it earlier because later on we directly can practice for the MATLAB every time we learn all the chapter.
okay,
Chapter 1 ini computation. Sekejap. We just double confirm in case of this one. Test 1, chapter 1, 3 and 4, yeah. The test will be done on 29th of November, on Tuesday. Okay, yeah?
online or face-to-face, doctor?
Face to face. We either will make it in class, our class lah, or we will make it in N24 lah.
Okay, doctor. Next week class will be online or face-to-face, doctor?
Next week is the time when you have to go back to your hometown, right?
Yeah, but some of the classes are conducted online, so
Oh.
I don't know how doctor do that.
So if all of you are still here, which means you haven't buy ticket yet and your ticket is on 17, for example, we can do our class face to face lah. But if there's already some student who buy ticket, especially those who live in Sabah, Sarawak, then we can do the class online lah to ease you. So,
Doctor, can we
uh,
do online, doctor?
yes, we can. Yes, we can. Just
Thank you,
you
doctor.
already buy ticket ke?
No, doctor. Currently, my family situation is not so good because one of my grandmother got stroke and another one broke her arm. I just
Ah,
want to go back home.
I see. Alright, I think if everyone agree, yes, we can do it online lah, and we can make a record also for you to. Oh, Bob already. Parawai that was a Bob. Yeah, I understand when the announcement were made. I think everyone rushed to buy tickets, so I'm okay to make it online if you agree online lah. It will ease everyone, I think.
Thank you so much, doctor.
Welcome. I think that's all for today. If anything, just message me lah if you have problem.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you
doctor.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, the
You Dokter.
Welcome. Terima kasih.